How on earth do you do virtual open houses? Well, if you're curious, watch right now. Hi, my name is Melody Wilson. I'm a realtor here in the Edmonton area and I'm your Canadian tech savvy agent. So thanks so much for joining us back on my channel. I've been getting a lot of questions about how on earth do you do virtual open houses? Now, there's a few different options of what you can do, but I want to challenge you to think to yourself, how do I normally do an open house? So normally an open house, a lot of times you do the door knocking, you do the advertising on Facebook, you put a ton of signs out, and you get the word out that there's an open house happening, right? And then you do the actual open house and you wait for people to come in, you sign them up on their iPad to get information from them. And your goal is to get contact information and to connect with people to help either sell the home or also get more contacts that you can potentially help to buy a home. So now, when we know that perspective and we know our restrictions that we have right now, how can we translate this into the virtual world? Well, there's a few different options and we wanted to talk about that today. So the first portion of the advertising, of course, door knocking is not permitted right now. Open houses are not permitted right now, but virtual open houses are. And there's a few different ways that you can do this. So you want to decide to yourself, how am I going to do this? You're going to want to make sure that you are finding a platform for interaction. And I find that Facebook Live or Instagram Live is great for interaction because people can comment back and you can respond to them. So you can do that. You can also do, I have a video, if you click up here on virtual showings, it shows you the concept of doing it without the interaction, where you're just recording a screen and you're recording, you're screen sharing what's going on and you're walking through a virtual 3D tour, whether it be a Matterport or an iGuide, and you're taking a look through the home. Doing that, you can do that now. You can do it on Facebook Live by going into Zoom. You do have to upgrade and you can stream your Zoom call through Facebook Live. Now, why would you do that? Well, on Zoom, you can screen share. So if you want questions on how to use Zoom, there's another video on how to use Zoom. So you can screen share on Zoom and then stream it into Facebook. Now, the nice thing again, why did we do Facebook Live? We want the interaction. So one of the videos that I've just filmed is talking about how to use StreamYard. So StreamYard is a great product as well that you can use that is a Facebook Live streaming, and you can actually see people interacting and asking comments. And as they ask comments, you can actually pin those comments in. And so then it allows, again, for a more interactive open house. So how do you do a virtual open house? Well, you have to pick your method. You can do a virtual open house by literally physically going to the home, doing a Facebook Live. You could do the virtual open house by going to the home and videoing the house without being live and just videoing it and then plugging it on. Or you can do the Zoom screen share where you're walking through the property virtually and not actually physically. So that's the first part of how to do a virtual open house. The second part of how to do it is how do you advertise it? Because you can't just say, oh, I'm doing an open house today and expect that people show up. So how can you advertise? There's ways that you've done it before. You can set up a Facebook event. You can get people to register if they're doing a Zoom call. You can have people say they're attending or not attending on the Facebook event, and you could do the live in the Facebook event. And so anyone who said they were going to go, it can all show up there. Now, you can also run Facebook ads and target a specific group of people that you know are looking to buy a home that is going to be your ideal buyer for that property. You can do it that way and do ads. You can contact your sphere, you can send out an email and let them know that you're doing a live Facebook. Now, because it's Facebook Live, you can also just go on there and whoever happens to be there will show up. But at an open house, it goes the same way. It's always pays to plan, to advertise, to spend the time to advertise on Facebook, whether it be paid ads or organic, just posts, and your email newsletter. And you could do a Facebook Live to advertise that you're doing a virtual open house and the Facebook event that you can do. So that's very Facebook heavy, but it's such an easy tool for you to use to do those things to promote your open house. And these are things you can do to promote your open house even if you weren't doing it virtually. But virtually, we can't do door knocking. So how can we door knock in the untraditional sense? Well, you can post things onto the Edmonton Buy and Sell page. You can post it into your Facebook groups if it permits to advertise that, because it's the similar way of door knocking, right? And just make sure you have a very clear focus of what your call to action and your goal is, and then all things will fall into place. Good luck, guys, and have fun with your virtual open houses.